I was heartbroken that day in her dressing room, personally, because I was watching our icon and our legend be scared. And at that moment, I knew Whoopi Goldberg wasn't worried about me because I'm the little girl coming behind her. And the very man Whoopi Goldberg told me to get rid of, which is my husband and my manager, he said, "Mama, you've got to stop being the help."
Your favorite comedian and actress, Monique, has no plans on shutting up about her issues with power players in Hollywood, which she says are out to blackball her due to her fight for equal pay, among other pertinent issues. In addition to her lawsuit against Netflix, the comedian has famously feuded with Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. She also has a lot to say about Whoopi Goldberg and lays out her issues with the talk show host in a past interview.
Listen, what you can't do, Monique, is go against the grain. You can't go against this machine. And because your husband is a proud Black man and he wants answers that they cannot give.
Monique's appearance on The View to discuss her public fallout with Perry and Daniels, as well as her discrimination claims against Netflix, quickly turned sour. During the chat, Monique spoke of believing Perry and Daniels contributed to her being blackballed in Hollywood. According to the Oscar-winning actor, she began receiving fewer offers for work after declining to do international press for the film Precious. Daniels directed the film, and Perry helped to promote it. As a result, Monique says major companies began to undermine her value, including Netflix. She sued Netflix for gender bias and discrimination based on race. She alleged the streaming company did not give her an adequate offer for a comedy special because she was a Black woman, and that's where their fallout with Whoopi Goldberg began.
And I said, if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected.
Goldberg disagreed with Monique's stance. During the interview, the veteran actress told Monique that she was misguided in her approach. Per Monique, their conversation continued in Goldberg's dressing room, in which the comic says Goldberg made disparaging remarks about her husband, who is also her manager. Goldberg also allegedly told Monique that she needs to focus solely on herself and not create a movement for equality for those who come after her. But despite walking away from the conversation with Goldberg disheartened, Monique insisted she wasn't upset. Instead, she said Goldberg is the one who is misguided and hints that the talk show host lacks integrity. The Oscar-winning screen star spoke of her feelings during an interview with Claudia Jordan on her Fox Soul talk show Out Loud with Claudia Jordan.
When it first started happening, when I first started hearing it, I will not lie to y'all, my knees did buckle.
I was heartbroken that day in her dressing room personally because I was watching our icon and our legend be scared, Monique says. She went on to say that people's perception of her trying to be shady toward Goldberg was incorrect. If you remember, Mo famously blasted Goldberg for not earning what she says Goldberg deserves for her work on The View. She told Goldberg that her husband has been her saving grace in her career. During the interview, the comedian said of Goldberg, "What I was saying was, as she was looking into my eyes and she said to me, 'It's your husband. You got to get rid of your husband.' And I said, 'Whoopi, my husband negotiated the biggest deals I've had in my career, along with our attorney Ricky Anderson, 2 Black men, and she went dead silent." Monique further explained that she was offended by Goldberg's advice. The Sister Act actress allegedly told Monique to worry solely about herself and not try to set an example for others to stand up for what they believe in. At that moment, I knew Whoopi Goldberg wasn't worried about me because I'm the little girl coming behind her, Monique snaps. Overall, the stand-up comedian said she does not believe Goldberg has bad intentions. Instead, she believes Goldberg said such due to fear of Monique losing everything in her fight for equality, but the damage was already done. Mo first addressed her clash with Goldberg in February 2018, when the duo argued whether Monique should have done more promotion for the movie Precious. "When you make a movie, your job is to go and promote the said movie," Goldberg said on The View. "We've had this conversation. I said if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected. I had empathy for my sister Whoopi Goldberg," Monique told Vulture, "because what you're saying to me is, you must work for free. I could have schooled you. When I look at this woman you say is our icon and our legend, she is. But how many things has Whoopi Goldberg executive produced? Whoopi Goldberg has always been the help, and I say that humbly. So what is it that you're going to school me on? I've been doing it for almost 30 years. Mo continued, claiming that after the show, she went to Goldberg's dressing room, and the View host urged Monique to move on with her life and career. "I said, Whoopi, I can't let it go. I got to think about the little sister who's not here yet," she recalled. And our icon and our legend said, "You better stop worrying about the little sister who's not here yet and worry about you." At that moment, I knew I was looking at a woman who didn't give a damn about me.
I'm an American. That's why I love you when you say, and I know you take a lot of crap, people, when you say, you know what, do not call me an African American. I feel the same way.
This wasn't the first time Goldberg has been accused of not standing with fellow black actors. Back in 2016, the TV show host proclaimed that she is American, not African American, while criticizing Donald Trump's 2016 campaign for the presidency. "This is my country," she said. "My mother, my grandmother, my great-grandfolks, we busted ass to be here. I'm sorry, I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm not a chick American. I'm an American." Her comments were backed up by her co-host, actress Raven-Symoné, who sparked a similar controversy in the fall of 2014 when she made a virtually identical distinction during a live interview. Goldberg's rhetoric provoked an inevitable backlash. Perhaps that was the intent. But it has also revived an increasingly common debate within the black community about how to identify themselves and why. In an age when people appear to be making the case that race can be fluid, and the President of the United States, who identifies as African American, routinely has his racial authenticity called into question, Goldberg's rant only added more fuel to a fire that had been simmering for some time. Racial commentary on The View became increasingly polarizing when Raven-Symoné joined the cast in June 2015. She had been widely criticized for saying she would not hire someone with a stereotypical black name, facetiously offered watermelondria as an example, and for appearing to cast blame on a black South Carolina high school student who was seen dragged across a classroom floor by an officer. Apparently not to be outdone, Goldberg has shown a penchant for defending celebrities accused of rape and racial epithets. Although in the case of Bill Cosby, who has been accused of dozens of sexual assaults, the Sister Act star walked back her initial skepticism. Anger over Symoné's statements inspired a petition, drawing the signatures of thousands, calling for her removal from the show. African Americans and black people around the diaspora need a voice representative of their views and not a voice representative of what white people want us to say, read the petition. We need strong black role models in prominent positions on television, and Raven-Symoné cannot provide that. ABC, which airs The View, stood by the former Disney Channel star at the time. "We love Raven," a spokesperson told E! "She is confident, genuine, and opinionated, all qualities that make her a great addition to the panel." Again, in 2016, Goldberg appeared to go against black actors, confirming that her treatment of Monique was not something new.
You have to look and say, and I am mad, so don't be surprised.
While addressing the ongoing diversity row at Oscars 2016, the veteran actress said that the issue was not with the Academy, but the real problem was the absence of black actors in leading film roles. The then 60-year-old actress was speaking at a talk show, The View, which was centered on the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and its pledge to double its minority and female membership by 2020. The issue is not the Academy. Even if you fill the Academy with Black and Latino and Asian members, if there's no one on the screen to vote for, you're not going to get the outcome that you want. I won once. So it can't be that racist, said Goldberg, who received the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in the 1990 movie Ghost. The Color Purple actress said the main issue was that black actors do not appear in many leading roles. You need directors and producers who will say, hey, what about so-and-so? They need to be aware that the picture is not complete, she added. Her response to Oscar's boycott came after Jada Pinkett Smith's announcement to not attend the 2016 ceremony.
I will not be at the Academy Awards, and I won't be watching.
On The View, she said that the decision to boycott was a slap in the face to host Chris Rock, a striking coincidence considering what happened between Rock and Jada's husband, Will Smith, almost 7 years later. You want to boycott something? Don't go see the movies that don't have your representation. That's the boycott you want. To me, we have this conversation every year. It pisses me off, she said. George Clooney, Will Smith, Spike Lee, David Oyelowo, and Lupita Nyong'o were some of the celebrities who also reacted strongly to the Oscars nominations that year. Netizens have also voiced their thoughts on the situation, with one tweeting, "Whoopi Goldberg is trash. Monique was right all along," while another wrote, "Monique spoke the truth." Whoopi Goldberg shouldn't continue to get praise by us, especially since she has sold us out on many occasions, besides to still defend the white people in her effing life. Whoopi has always aligned herself to whiteness. Do you agree with these fans? Let us know in the comment section below.